Mga lumang simbahan na mula pa sa panahon ng mga Kastila. Mga magagarbo at naglalakyang mansyon ng mga mayayaman. At mga kwento na pasilip sa ating nakaraan. May biyahe ako. Tara, sama kayo. Nakilala ang dalawang distrito sa syudad na ito dahil sa kanyang nagkagandang simbahan at mga naglalakyang heritage mansions. Both districts bring back the stories of faith and lifestyle from their colorful past. Samahan niyo ko as we discover and explore the heritage vibe ng dalawang distrito dito sa syudad ng Iloilo. Biyaheng off the grid welcomes you to the districts of Haro and Molo. The district of Molo was originally founded as Iloilo's Chinatown because back then, its population were composed of Chinese merchants. Noong panahon ng mga Kastila ay naging sentro ito ng kaalaman sa Visayas, kaya tinagurian itong the Athens of the Philippines. Mula sa pagiging parian, it was made a district of Iloilo City in 1937. The Molo District Plaza is the main tourism draw of Molo with three tourism icons standing side by side. The Molo Church dominates the skyline of the district with its two towers rising above Molo. The church was consecrated in 1888 in honor of Santa Ana and is often referred to as a feminist church. Bakit kanyo? Dahil sa unique feature nito where its pillars are lined up with female saints. Kasama na din sa kasaysayan nito ang pagbisita ni Dr. Jose Rizal sa simbahan ng Molo noong 1896 para personal niyang masilayan ang mga tanyag na biblical paintings ng simbahan. The Molo Church was declared a national landmark in 1992. Standing adjacent to the Molo Church is the Molo Church Convent. Pero hindi ito kumbento nung unang itinayo. Itong ancestral home ni Pablo Araneta P. Soriano na isa sa mga bumuo ng Komite Konspirador sa Molo at lumaban sa mga Kastila. Sa harap ng simbahan ng Molo ay makikita ang Molo District Plaza. Tulad ng simbahan, ang mga installations dito ay pagkilala sa mga kababaihan. Tanyag dito ang 7 Greek goddesses na nagpapahalaga sa pagkilala sa Molo bilang the Athens of the Philippines. The Molo Plaza is the central activity area of the district where locals gather in the morning or late afternoon to enjoy a breezy afternoon or a round of chess games with tourists. Right across the Molo Plaza ay matatagpuan ang napakagandang Molo Mansion. Originally called the Lacson Yusay Ancestral House, the two-story mansion was built in 1926 with a fusion of neoclassical and Art Deco architecture. Litaw na litaw ang ganda nito sa sentro ng distrito. It gives you a glimpse of the town's glorious past. The structure was repurposed as a souvenir shop with pop-up stores on one side of its garden. A few meters walk from the plaza, you'd find the small and modest home of Ilonggo journalist and public servant Rosendo Meca, who established the first public school building in Iloilo in 1905. May isang lugar pa sa Molo na makikitaan mo ng snapshot ng kanyang nakaraan, ang Molo Public Cemetery. The public cemetery is a repository of Art Deco architecture. Its Egyptian-themed portal is unique and it is one of a kind in the country. The massive towering cimboryo at the back of the cemetery completes the Art Deco vibe of the place. Dito tayo ngayon sa may Cafe Augusto kung saan nakita natin yung Molo soup nila dito. Sabi nila, dito yung pinakamasarap ng Molo soup nila. Dito yata nag-originate yung Molo na ni-enjoy natin sa mga restaurants. Siyempre, ground meat wrapped in Molo wrappers, boiled in savory pork broth is a perfect snack after an afternoon of exploring. Mula Molo, tara't puntahan naman natin ang distrito ng Haro. The district of Haro was once a town and a city before it was incorporated as a district of Iloilo City. Ito ang pinakamalaking distrito based on size and population. It also has the history of being one of the richest towns in Iloilo. Just like Molo, Haro was built like a typical old Spanish town where community activities are centered along the town plaza. The Haro District Plaza, or mas kilala sa Graciano Lopez Haina Park, is Haro's epicenter. This sprawling park is one of the most beautiful plazas in Panay Island, with its bandstand and the Haro Belfry as its centerpiece. Some of the park's installations honor local heroes who hail from Haro. Ang Haro Belfry ang pinakalumang kampanaryo sa buong Visayas. Ito'y kakaiba din dahil nakatayo ito na nakabukod sa simbahan. Built in 1744 from bricks and limestone blocks, the three-story belfry was declared a National Historical Landmark in 1984. Just right across the Haro Belfry stands the Haro Cathedral. The cathedral is home to the revered image of the Nuestra Señora de Candelaria. The image was canonically crowned by Saint Pope John Paul II and is mounted on the facade of the church. Devotees can walk up to its stairs to have a more personal encounter with the image of the Nuestra Señora de Candelaria. Kung sa Molo Church ay mga babaeng santo ang nakahilera sa simbahan, sa Haro Cathedral, the images of male saints line the pillars of the church navel. Simple at elegante ang church altar nito kung saan ang imahe ng Our Lady of Candles ang centerpiece nito. The Haro Cathedral is recognized as the national shrine of the Our Lady of Candles and it is the center of the Candelaria devotion in the Philippines. Maraming mga malalaking mansyon na makikita sa Haro. Ang Lopez Heritage Mansion sa E. Lopez Street ay tinugurian ng the Queen of Iloilo Heritage Houses. Sa Santa Isabel Street naman matatagpuan ang Javeriana Lopez Heritage House na siyang pinakalumang bahay sa distrito. Built in 1803, it served as the home of former Vice President Fernando Lopez Sr. Makikita naman ang napakagandang Lizares Gamboa Mansion sa school compound ng Anglican School of Iloilo. Pero sa lahat ng mga mansyon na napuntahan ko sa Haro, ang Halandoni Montinola Ancestral Mansion ang napasok at nalibot ko. The Ancestral House was repurposed as a museum cafe that showcases the life and faith of the Halandoni family in Haro. It is a repository of the family's heirlooms and personal effects that gives you a preview of how their faith has shaped the family's way of living. Their faith has made them one of the prominent families in the Philippines that has very close connections with the Catholic Church. The mansion is one of the few private residences where Catholic Mass can be celebrated. It is one of the few well-kept ancestral mansions around Haro Plaza. Just a few meters from the Agaton 1927 Museum stands a compact Art Deco structure that once served as a center of governance of Haro when it was still an independent town from Iloilo City. Designed by Juan Arellano, the Old Haro Municipal Hall is a two-story structure that was restored by the National Museum and was also used as their satellite office in Iloilo. Exploring its halls and offices was like walking into a set of a period movie. With its rich history, Iloilo has its own story of heroism. The Balantang Memorial Cemetery National Shrine, located on the outskirts of Haro, is a mute witness to the nationalism of locals of Panay Island and Romblon. It is the only military cemetery outside of Metro Manila. The site where the shrine stands was where the bloodiest battles fought during the liberation of Panay in World War II, where 1,421 Filipinos lost their life. Today, a national shrine now stands as a solemn reminder of our ancestors' fight for the freedoms we enjoy today. The districts of Haro and Molo are the two biggest districts of Iloilo City. Dala nito ang mga kwento at alaala ng makulay nitong nakaraan. Pinapakita nito na sa gitna ng modernisasyon, kaya nating bigyang halaga ang mga alaala at leksyon ng ating nakaraan. Maraming dalang kwento mula sa nakaraan ang distrito ng Haro at Molo. From its grand churches to its sprawling town plazas to its heritage mansions, pinapakita nito ang makulay na nakaraan ng syudad ng Iloilo. Mula dito sa Haro Plaza, Iloilo City, ako po si Mark Sabendel at ito ang biyaheng Off the Grid. You can read more about my Molo and Haro adventures at mark7travels.com. I'd also like to thank Holland Stern for keeping my stuff safe and dry during my travels around the Philippines.
It's caught in the crossfire.